Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do airplane mode. I know some of you have been waiting for this video for a couple days. I'm really sorry. I'm new to editing and this has been one of the busiest weekends for me. So with airplane mode, there's a couple things you got to do. You have to be able to roll at 100 times or more. When you roll at 100 times or more, the rolls are predetermined. So if you roll at 200, 500, 1,000, same thing, the rolls are predetermined. They're not quote unquote random. You need a decent amount of dice to be able to roll at least 100 times, or if you're on a multiplier and you have less dice, you could still roll at 100 times. When you're on a multiplier, you're on a timer, so you got to move quick. For those of you that are learning the new way, before you used to be able to do like 5 times during a 5-minute multiplier. Unfortunately, you can't do that anymore. So the best way I can describe it is think of data like a packet. So Monopoly Go connects to the internet and the internet sends over a packet of data. So we're exploiting that packet of data. So when you first turn on the app, the packets of data are smaller. That's why a lot of you are only getting 2 or 3 rolls. The longer you leave the app open and running, the bigger the data packet, so you can get more numbers. You also get to play to strategy, seeing when the events are and making best use of those events. I'm going to just go over the very basic way to do airplane mode to get started. Then you can understand the premise, and then I'll kind of show you guys some of the things that I do to totally maximize what I'm doing here. So the first thing you want to do is open up all your apps and close all these apps that you don't need. Goodbye. We'll come back to that. Open the App Store, get it preloaded to Monopoly Go. Boom. Then I go to the rewards. We'll talk about the events after, and we'll go to Shield Checker. Just a quick glance to see whose shields are down. Maybe you can remember some names so things will go faster. Boom, and then we open the app. And it takes a million years. One thing you're going to want to do is, this is already logged in. So when you re-log in, you're going to want to have a Facebook account or make a burner Facebook account. Logging in with the App Store is like hit or miss, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it just stays stuck. But the Facebook way of logging in has worked the most seamless for me, so that's how I recommend you guys do it. So also remember, all these coupons are going to pop up when you log in. I like to zoom out so you can see the board well and see the dice. So one thing to keep in mind with this partners event going on, there's these little people, like the little emoji peoples. Just click on them and toggle to clear them. That should get rid of any like emoji or waving or something. So when this isn't here, typically the dice will stay on the board so you can see what you rolled. These partners events screw that up. So when you roll the dice, sometimes it disappears like instantly. So I really recommend zooming out. It makes it a lot easier. So the app's been on a few minutes, but we're really not making any progress here. So I don't have to have a multiplier because you can see I have a lot of dice. So I can roll at 100 times without it. I always recommend going around the board a couple times and changing the multiplier. If you're always rolling and hitting at 1 times, and then all of a sudden you switch to 100 or 1,000 and it's, a slam dunk, and that's happening every time, you're gonna get caught cheating, right? Like you gotta finesse it a little bit and look like you're not totally cheating. So I go around the board a couple times, or you can hang out, chill, do a roll, maybe open up and build something, go here and do something. Doesn't really matter. It's just kind of leaving the app open and it actively running and not kind of like on sleeper mode. So now that we've killed a little time, I'd still wait a little longer. You want to time it so that you get to use the like largest data packet, right? You don't want only 2 and 3 numbers because then it's a pain in the ass to delete and re-download and all that. You want to get like a good streak of like those 10 to 15 numbers that everyone used to be getting. So I wait for a railroad or like a cash grab. I try not to use jail because chance and jail are predetermined. So whether you land on chance at 1, 3, 5, 1,000, whatever that chance was going to be is what you're going to get. So you can kind of use that to benefit yourself, right? Like if you're at 1,000 and you know that that chance is going to give you dice times 1,000, like you're going to want to hit that because that's 3,000 dice. Or jail, if you know that the next jail is going to be a hit because it's going to land on, 6s and you're rolling at 1,000, that's 6,000 dice. So you would want to do that. So you can kind of think of those things too that you can do. But you want to wait until you hit a railroad or like a mini game. I suppose you could try community chest. I mean, I don't recommend that. I like waiting until I hit on a railroad and then after that railroad starting. So whenever I hit a railroad, I'm just going to watch me play for a little bit at one time. Slow and painful. It's like Murphy's Law. When you want to show something, it just like won't show up for you. Definitely one of those. I also noticed if you're getting crap, change the multiplier. So like if you're noticing when you're doing airplane mode, like you're not getting crap, just switch the multiplier a bit. It'll help change the outcome of the numbers you could potentially use. Oh my gosh, this is like so painful. So if we were on airplane mode, that was just cash. I mean, yes, it counts for the top, but it doesn't count here and it's just money. So I wouldn't waste like 1,000 roll on money because you level up so quickly. You don't really need money. I would save it for a low multiplier. But yeah, like if you hit that on 1,000 times, that's like 6,000 dice or 3,000, I believe. Okay, boom. Here we go. Now I can show you pipples. Okay, sorry. Whatever your name is. Okay, let's do it. So what I like to tell new people, right? Draw your board. You got to remember where you are because if you're not at that spot when you start airplane mode, your numbers aren't going to make sense. So, right? You're on that railroad. Okay. Crank her up to 100. Boom. Airplane mode on. Wi-Fi off. That's a 9. We're going to write that down. Zoom way out. Okay, that is a 4. That is an 11. 4. That's an 8. That's a 7. 7. 7. 12. 7. 7. 4. 7. So this is going to catch. I already know it is because we're at like 10 numbers here. Yeah, boom. Okay. So keeping airplane mode off, we are going to exploit this data packet we have. So we're going to delete, remove app, delete app, delete the data. Yes, that's what we're trying to do here. My Wi-Fi is slow here. Now we re-download the app. So once we log back in, we know that if we roll 100, the order of numbers are going to be this. So we make sure that we land where this 9 would land is worth it. If it's not worth it, roll a 2. And that's kind of the theory we're doing here. So this is what I'm talking about. Sign in with Apple sucks. Maybe 10% of the time it works. Every time I do Facebook, no problem. So when you're in a multiplier, right, you're on like a timer. This is obviously much more chill because I'm not. And we're back into our account. So we want to make sure that we're on this railroad. Usually you'll have to click every coupon out of the way. Okay, so gotta zoom out. Here we go. These are these stupid peoples in my way. Excuse me, stop waving. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and zoom back out. So when we roll at 100, we're gonna get a 9. That's gonna put us here. I mean, we could, but not worth it for me. So I'm gonna roll that 2 times, cross that number out. Okay, my next number is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a railroad. I'd like that. Don't forget to cross that number out. All right, it's a shutdown. We're gonna switch over. Look at the shield checker. Sorry, Banks with the Z. You know what? This guy has been attacking my life. We're getting him. Obviously, if you're in a multiplier, you're going to want to go faster, and you're going to hope that you don't have to scroll and type someone's name in and it takes longer. You know, if you can remember whose board is down, when you look at the list, you don't have to type their name in. It's a little bit faster. Okay, now we're gonna get those points. Thanks. Oh, ooh, ooh. All those prizes we got when we were on airplane mode don't count, right? Because you're redoing it, so those won't count. So 11 puts us there. Caca, trash it. Sometimes it'll still be the same. Then we have an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Cross it. Then we got a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll take that because you get something, right? Now it's only because I have the free parking going on. Otherwise, you'd get nothing for landing there. So then in the next one, 7. So we're going to go 2 past. That would put us there. We don't want it. See ya. Then we get another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to take a chance on chance. If I don't know what it is, I do know what this one is. Oh, wait. That's right. I don't know what it is. We'll take the railroad because it counts for both. Another shutdown. I just happen to know that Banks, his shields are down. I know, just looking at my list, Sylvester's shields are down, and he likes to attack me, so I'm getting him back. Sorry, dude. Maybe if you didn't attack me 17 times last week, I'd feel a little more remorseful. Anyway. Okay. Boom. So now we're switching, right? These numbers are still at 100, but these are the multiplier. So now we're going to have to make this multiplier count, right? Because we can go over 100. But if we disconnect right now, it's going to know. It's not stupid, right? So you got to finesse it a little bit. So we're going to let the timer run just a little bit. Fuck these numbers because, right? We'd rather roll at 1,000 than 100. All right, we want to get our data packet to switch. Boom, perfect. Oh, the order at which you hit a railroad will be the same too. So if your next one is a bank heist, it'll be a bank heist, but these won't be in the same order. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, well, what can you do, right? We'll take it. Better than nothing. Better than it being a loss. I never trust who it auto-assigns because it likes to give me shitty people who it'll look like their shields are down, but they're really not. You're killing me. Also, if I start airplane mode and I like where I land, I'll unconnect airplane mode and then like start over again. But I'll note what that number is just in case it doesn't count. Yeah, thanks for the prizes. We're down to like the last 3 minutes. Come on. Yep, gee, thanks. Okay, we're at 1,000 APM, right? Boom, that's an 8. That's an 11. That's a 4. 5. 8. All right, that time we only got 5 numbers, right? Because the packet's smaller. I believe it'll also start sending smaller packets, not only when you first get the app going, but when you get a multiplier, like you got to let it run a little bit to get a bigger, string. Like that first time, this is like 12 numbers, but this time we only got 5. But since it's a short multiplier, I'm going to take what I can get because that many numbers from the long one is not always guaranteed that you'll have time to play all those numbers. So sometimes if I'm at the end of a multiplier, I'll grab 5 to 6 numbers and then I'll cancel out myself because I'm not going to be able to play more than, X. Now, all those little coupons are going to show up in the corner. Okay, zoom out. So our first number is 8. That's nothing. We don't want it. Our next number is 11. We don't want it. Next number is 4. We don't want that. Our next number is 5. We don't want that. And then our next number is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want that. Thank goodness our last one hit because it was looking ugly. Boom. Please be a bank heist. Dang. From just my quick scan, I believe hers are down, I'm pretty sure. You can always swing back, but remember it updates, right? Like people are always coming back offline and back online. Normally you don't have time. I don't really need the last minutes of my multiplier. So okay, Amanda, sorry, alphabetically you're first, girl. Because her shields aren't down, so I'm glad I looked. Oh, nothing to hit anyway. Oh, yeah, it's that, Amanda. Now this will give me points for the top and the railroad, which should be nice. Okay. Ah, so close to finishing there. All right, well, that's basically how to do it. The longer it runs, the more numbers you can get. So this is where I'm going to talk about strategy. Now that you guys have saw how to actually do airplane mode. So I like the Go Rewards app. I swear by it. The shield checker, elite. The rewards are dice links. I've never missed a dice link. They have all of them instantly. The event, this is where I find it extremely valuable. So today's the 19th, right? Right. So I know from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. there's a mega heist. I know from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. there's a wheel boost. And then the free parking, what you guys saw, I'm getting free parking now. It's from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. One thing I also wanted to show you guys is look at all that dang money I have. When you do airplane mode and you're leveling up really fast, you're going to get a lot of money, whether it's from the top bar or the railroad. And when you get to a higher level like I am, every time you up a level, you get like 200 dice. So if you can stack based off those cheats, right, like the events, and you can stack like a gold wheel, right? So you level up and fill your whole board with hotels. That's awesome. One thing is you want to clear those hotels before you do airplane mode, because if you land on the hotels and then get that gold wheel to spin, totally sucks, and it's just stealing internet, and those rolls don't matter, so it's a waste. So always go around your board and clear those hotels first. What I was saying is, like, if you get a landmark rush, right, every time you finish one of these you get 10 dice. Well, I'm getting 185 dice and then an extra 50 dice. That's like 135. Then the other day there was a board rush going on and you got another 30 dice for doing that. That's 260. That's almost 300 dice right there. And that's every single level. Or I did one of those builder bash, so it was way cheaper. So I added more and more levels. Now that I've had it open for a little bit, I'll show you guys doing airplane mode one more time. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to see twice, or if it's not working for you, you can kind of trial and error and see, like, okay, maybe it's just I'm not giving it enough time. Just a reminder, like, cheating has never been like, it's never been supposed to be easy. You've always had to, like, try to work some finesse to it. If it's been super easy before, awesome. I started doing this maybe like 3 months ago, and I haven't really had any problems. I started noticing this APM issue maybe like a week ago where you were getting less numbers. But for me, all my notebooks look like this. I really haven't been having an issue. We're close, so probably the next one that I hit, I'll get. Sometimes it's been too soon because you do this and you'll get that notification that pops up right away. But it didn't for us, so we'll go. 7. Yeah, that sucks. 7. Today's the day of 7s. 11. Oh, thank heaven for 7-11. You used to be able to just click through these and then still continue to get numbers. Because remember, these rolls don't count. We're on APM. I have been noticing that a lot of the time when you get here, it's not working. Also, the 5-star cards change. So the next time that I hit this, like on normal, those cards will be different. Which stinks, because if you get a card you really like, it's gone and it doesn't count. And sometimes you'll get a shittier card. That was another 7. 8. 6. All right, well, we got 5. Now, if you screw up and turn airplane mode on before you delete the app, fumbled it. And I've done that a couple times. So I would recommend going slow the first few times you do it, because once you're under that 100 dice roll, like, you're fucked. Totally. And then you have no dice, so you got to like build your dice back up, and it really sucks. So the first couple times, please go slow and try to really focus in on what you're doing. Obviously, you need a pen and paper to be able to write numbers. I couldn't do it, like trying to work 2 phones at the same time. Just trying to work 2 phones and record this video for you guys has been like pretty tricky. Any day now. Then we got my coops in the corner. Let's move my little tabby here. Yep, thanks. Yep, I'm not buying. Thank you. Yep, sure, thank you. Where am I? Oh, I'm right here. Okay. So 7. I already know that that's cash, and I don't really want it. So we're going to skip that one. Even though it would count for the top, I'm not finishing, and I don't feel like wasting 100 dice for that. So you kind of got to balance like what you're trying to do. That's a hit. We'll take that. Who's down? Who's down? Who's down? Who's down? Remember, I'm not on a multiplier. 10-10. I like to rotate through people. I really don't like hitting the same person and just burying them. I think that's like a wicked jerk move to do. Now, I know I rolled this 7, but if you don't immediately mark it off, you could get confused and screw that up, and that would absolutely suck. Hey, now see, this card's gonna change. Oh, maybe not. Usually does for me. It's only because I wanted to show you. It's like, nah, I'm gonna make you a liar. We have a couple more rolls. Our next one's gonna be 11. 11 doesn't do anything for us, so screw it. Now that I finished the top, I don't need chance and I don't need community. So only railroads to finish this guy. So my next one is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, don't want it. Next one's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. You don't understand how trippy it is looking through a phone at another phone. Now, if we hit all gold bricks, we're going to get the most points. Hey, score. That's going to like way level us up. Woo woo. And our last one is a 6, which is really nothing. So see ya. All right, well, that's the short of Monopoly, airplane mode cheat. I can show you how to get more numbers. Like if you're like, oh, that's only 6 numbers. That wicked sucks. Yeah, it does, but it's better than no numbers. You know, definitely give your app some movement, you know. You got to leave it on. Especially when you first re-download, like it's not gonna send big data packets till it knows it can trust that it can send bigger ones. So I'm gonna just give it a few minutes, especially since I just re-downloaded. It's gonna take a little bit, you know. Give it a minute or two, do some rolls, hang out. Sometimes I'll watch YouTube picture in picture. Now, if you're doing airplane mode and you get this, you know, this string of numbers, and you're like, oh, I have a lot of money, I'm going to use my money. I've never tried to use these numbers on the next board, and I would not recommend doing that. I believe they're board specific, but I'm really not positive. Just wait till you're done and then level things up. But that's it. If you need any questions, holla at your girl. I'm going to do one more and just play through so you guys can see how I do it after I've like re-downloaded the app and I'm on like my second go. Let's say there was like a 10-minute multiplier or a 20-minute multiplier. So I want to clear these guys. Clear, clear, clear. Stop waving at me. You suck. I'm not friendly. Beep bop, beep bop. Just wanted to show you, I like scored crazy high the other day. Clearly people are still doing airplane mode because I highly doubt they're just blowing crazy amounts of dice. So if it's not working for you, it's probably because you are doing it too fast. It's been a few minutes. We'll do it after this one. And I'll show you, we'll get some more numbers than just 5 or 6. It's the best when you don't hit anything because you'll get more numbers. Obviously, if you hit a railroad, it kind of stinks because now you're like, oh, great. A lot of the time, if you do this and then hit like APM, make sure your Wi-Fi's off always. It'll catch right away and say like, connect the internet. That was a 6. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was a 7. I'm glad I checked. That is an 8. 9. This is why I say to zoom out. 9. 8. 7. 3. Now I know chance sucks, so I won't take a chance on chance. 8. 9. 4. 8. Okay, boom. And we saw that was a shutdown, so the next railroad we land on is also going to be a shutdown. Then we bada about. I know this video is at 30 minutes, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I just want to, show you a couple times so you get a feel for it. You can play along with me while you're doing it to make sure you're doing it correctly. And I have it going a couple times so you kind of get a real feel for it. Logging back into Facebook. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 11 numbers. That's better than 3. Just where everyone's upset that it's not working. It's the new way they do it. And make sure it connects to data. You're not going to be able to get 20 strands of numbers every time, which sucks. It was cool when you could. But, over the weeks, it's slowly becoming less and less and less. But the other day, I had the app open for a while because I was upgrading these properties. And when you level everything up, you spend like 30 minutes leveling up 20 freaking properties. It takes forever. And then I did airplane mode and I got a string of like 20 numbers and I stopped because I knew I only had 5 minutes and I probably wasn't going to be able to play all those numbers. So our next number is a 7. Nothing. Crush it. Our next number is an 8. 3. Boom, that's going to be a hit, and we know it's going to be a shutdown. So I'll do a quick check because I'm not on a multiplier and I'm not freaking out on a timer. Okay, Patrick with the K. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And for everybody who's dizzy, I'm really sorry. I will send you a barf bag because I know that my not stable hand is probably giving you guys a seizure. Remember, we already used this number. Our next number is 9. 9 sucks. It's not going to give us anything, so get rid of that. Our next number is also 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a chance, but I know that chance is just money, so I don't want it. Then our next is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing. See ya. 3 gives us nothing. So this is what I mean, right? I've been rolling at 1, 2, 3. It's not giving me anything. I don't like it. We're going to roll. Oh, this one's actually 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't want that either. Our next number is 3. Also don't want it. Our next number is going to be 8. Nothing. And sometimes these numbers just don't hit. 9 is shields. I don't need shields, but if I did. Oh, 4 will give us a railroad. Boom. And then our next one's 8. And that's not going to really give us anything either. Who was up next? Who's on my hit list? Dior. His name was short and easy to spell. All right, well, I've played through a couple times for you. That's really it. Good luck. If you need any help, feel free to reach out on Reddit. This is my Reddit for you guys. Beneficial-darkness8, and I'll try to help you with any questions you have. Bye, guys.